Hi guys, it's Adam from Car Enhancements, and today I'm going to show you how to turn that into that. Watch. Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. It's Adam again, and today we're going to talk about reverse lights. Specifically, we're going to talk about 955. So I'm going to explain why you would change one and if there's a need to change one, and then we're going to show you how to install the 955 on our MK8.5 Fiesta. The 955 is quite a popular reverse bulb. It's what they call a push fit, so it's not a twist, it's just a push fit. So in general, there is a common misconception that a reverse light is so that you can see when you're reversing. That's not the case. If it was the case, you'd have something like a H7 in there. You'd have something that could emit a beam. The 955 bulb that's in there is specifically designed to give indication. So basically tell other road users what you're doing. So quite a lot of people will buy a reverse upgrade and go, I still can't see. So this is where you need to be looking at what you're buying. So at CUK we offer two types of 955. We offer our Bright View unit, which is a 10 LED small unit, which is about 10% larger than the standard bulb. And then we offer the Enhanced Edition unit, which has got 32 LEDs on the side, one single cob LED on the top, as well as a projection dome. So as you can see, there's quite a lot of difference in size there. This bulb here is designed merely to replace your existing bulb to look a little bit brighter, but mainly for brighter for other road users. However, this item has been specifically designed with a dome on the top to give you a little bit of a projection, a bit of a beam. If you have a look at the pictures on the product description, you'll see more than what I mean. So yeah, in general, you'd be changing one of these just for the aesthetic purposes. Obviously that one does give you a performance gain, but again it depends on the car. So the car what we are fitting this bulb in today, the bulb points down a little bit. So while that projection lens does give you a bit of output, it wouldn't necessarily give you as much as, say for example, a Mark 7 Fiesta where that light sits straight. That would give you a full projection out. In terms of performance, there's not really anything else. It is literally a case of, do you want white lights, yes or no? If you're not that bothered, this product probably isn't for you. If you do struggle reversing down the back of, say, the side of your house and it's really, really dark, I would go for that one. So yeah, let's go ahead and go and get this installed. And yeah, it's really easy to do. Any car, it's just a push fit, so let's go. So while I was just tinkering about setting the camera up, I thought, you know what, I'll show the people at home the difference between the two bulbs. So that's your 955 Bright View versus your 955 Enhanced Edition. I'll just turn the light off to further show you. Or as you can see the glare there. So as you can see, with the Bright View, it's a lot brighter than a standard bulb, but that projection only comes to about here. Whereas if you look at the Enhanced Edition, not only is it really, really bright compared to that one, but you actually get a full scale projection beam. So if I just turn that there, you can see that that dome on the top of our bulb actually gives you an output or a beam. And then to further, what I'll do is I'll turn this one off. So you can see I've turned off now the Bright View. And if I just come round here, you can see that our reverse light is actually giving you a beam. And that is solely, you can see that there's no other lights on there, this is no trickery. Whereas our reverse light is giving you a beam. Now what I'm going to do next, I'm going to turn that one off. And then I'm going to put back on the Bright View. And you can see that the Bright View still gives you a little bit of light, but it doesn't give you the same amount. So now I'm going to leave the Bright View one on, but I'm going to turn the Enhanced Edition on so you can see the difference. Look at that difference there. So that's off again. That's back on. So as you can see, even though a reverse light is not designed to give an output and give a beam, what we've been able to do with our Enhanced Edition bulb is actually give you the output. So you can see there, look, it's like a beam pattern. The brightest reverse bulb you will ever need. And this is the comparison between stock Bright View and Enhanced Edition. So as you can see, a standard bulb glows, but it doesn't let any beam out at all. The Bright View gives you about an inch, and the Enhanced Edition gives you a full beam. So first and foremost, we need to open the boot, as this is the reverse light. You can see that it's in the boot section rather than in the car. So if you pop your boot open, and then all we're going to do is we're going to remove this cover. So you can see on either side of the boot there is one of these plastic covers. Now all you do is get your thumbs and you push them outwards, so away they come off. To remove the light, the first thing that you need to do is undo this clip. And all you're going to do is turn it anti-clockwise. And it's just like a screw clip. Now, what I will say, be careful that you don't drop it, because if you drop it, you will never see it again. And they're an absolute pig. So keep that somewhere safe. The next thing that you're going to do is undo this cable, and you literally squeeze it on the inside and pull. Simple as that. Once you've undone that, pull your boot down to your height and feel around for the screw from the clip that you've just undone. And all you're going to do is push it towards you, and that gives you a bit of space. And then all you're going to do is pry the light away from the car. Now it's held in with a little joint here. It's like a rivet push fixing. They're really, really tight. They're an absolute pig. Whatever you do, don't go like that from right to left, because these corners will snap. They're an absolute pig. What you've got to do is try and pull it backwards towards you. Now what you need to do sometimes is get a trim removal tool just down there and release it. Like on this one, it's been a little bit stiff, so I'm probably going to get a trim removal tool and just slide it and then pop it off. Right, there you go. You've heard it pop, and out she pops. Now what I was referencing, see this horrible little thing there? That pops into that hole there. So all we've done, we've got the trim tool, we've slid it over there and released it. Okay, simple as that. Next thing I'm going to do is take the bulb. We're just going to make sure that these pins are far to the outside and not too close inside. And it's this bulb here. And all you're going to do is you're going to twist it anti-clockwise, and then it releases. Okay, the bulb then simply pops out. It's just a glass pop. Pop that to one side, and then you're going to take your bulb, you're going to push it exactly in, make sure it's tight and there's no wiggle. You're going to pop it back in there again, and all you're going to do, push it in, fasten it tight. As you can see, just make it out, the bulb is now in there. Now what you will notice on these lights is that the reverse light actually faces at a downward angle. Now how this is a benefit is that all these LEDs along the side here are actually showing and visible, so they give you more light. So we're now going to go ahead and put the light back in its place, but we're not going to fully fasten it yet, and I'll show you why. So pop your boot open again, and what we're going to do is we're just going to rest it in place. We're going to pop that cap in, but not fully push it in, okay? The reason why we're doing that is because we're going to test it. So before you fasten it back in, just go back and put the wire in. Make sure that that clicks in. And now we're going to test the light. So an easy way of testing it and being able to see it, because you might think, if I'm on my own, how do I tell that they're working? Put the ignition on and put the car in reverse, but don't start the car. So this is what I'm going to do. So I'm going to pop the car into reverse, and I'm going to push the start button or put the ignition on, but not start the car, and the light should have come on. And as you can see, this light is now on. Now, there are some reverse bulbs on the market, such as our Bright View bulb, for example. This one is an enhanced edition, so this will work any way around. However, some of the bulbs are polarity based. Now, what that means is it will only work a certain way around. So if you go and put that in, you switch it on and nothing comes on, don't automatically assume that your bulb is broken. You might just need to take it out and flip it. So all you're going to do is you're going to pop the light back out again, undo the bulb, take the bulb out of the socket, rotate it 180 degrees and pop it back in, and then try again. Obviously, if it's still not working, you might then need to have a look at the metal pins on the base. Do the metal pins need moving? Are they forming a strong enough connection? But generally, once you've done that, these will work. So now that we can confirm that this is working, I'm going to go and turn the ignition off, and we'll look at fastening it all back together. So now the lights are off, we're going to pop the boot open. Just make sure that everything is firm and pushed in. Make sure that that corner that you struggled to pry out is back in, and pop it up. What I'm going to do now is take this clip, I'm going to hold the light down, secure it in place, and I'm going to begin to screw it. Now the reason why I'm holding the light down is obviously you're screwing upwards and we don't want to push the light out and not get a full tightness on it. So once you get that a bit nipped, now it doesn't have to be ridiculously tight, it just has to be nipped. So once you get to a point where it starts to get a bit stiff, stop there. Because if you do it any tighter, they're an absolute pig to get off. Okay, once the screw cap's back in, you're going to take this, you start it around about here, it's about 10 mil to the left, and it slides inwards. And that's it, job done. So as you can see, both of the lights are now white, and they look absolutely stunning. So if you like this video and you want more like this, be sure to give us a thumbs up and subscribe. We are going to be doing more and more videos such as this one on installing lights. Now it's getting to that darker time of the year, then lights are really important. As you've seen, that was a really, really simple thing to do. And yeah, look at the aesthetic changes. I mean, they now match the number plate lights rather than being horrible yellow. They actually light up the surrounding areas as well, which, as I explained earlier, isn't really their purpose, but this bulb does do that. So yeah, if you like the video, guys, give us a follow, give us a like, drop any comments below. If there's anything else that you want to see installed, let us know and we'll try and work on it. Thank you again. Take care.